If you're thinking of moving to Edmond, Oklahoma, then come with me as we tour some communities on the east side of Edmond, specifically east of I-35. You can see for yourself if this is a place where you'd like to move. Hi everyone, my name is Laura Canedy. I'm a realtor here in Edmond. If you want more information and feel comfortable reaching out, please do. My info is in the description box below. All right, without further ado, let's get into these communities.
For this particular video, because Edmond has so many neighborhoods and so many schools, I'm going to home in on east of 35. So here's I-35. It runs north and south all the way up to Kansas, all the way down to Texas. And then right here is Route 66. The very first neighborhood we're going to see is Koval Valley. It's over here off of Koval, just between Air Depot and Midwest Boulevard, and it's right over here. It butts up to another neighborhood called the Preserve, and they have overlapping builders in these neighborhoods right here. But the Preserve is gated and Koval Valley is not.
Okay, we are just off of I-35 heading east on Koval. Up here we're passing the firehouse on the right. There's some new builds that have gone up here on the left, dental office, there's new medical offices, veterinarian, those kind of places. And then up here on the left before we hit the stop sign at Air Depot, that land has been purchased by Crossings Church. And then over on the right, this upper right corner, just past the stop sign, that land has been purchased by the city to build a fourth high school. Apparently that high school was supposed to be opening in 2025, but I think that project has been put off like most projects. So we'll see when that comes. I think we're in need of a fourth, but I've heard that the city now wants to open a new elementary middle school first, so we'll see. I have a split screen here. This is the same road taken at different times of weather in this month of June, so you get a little bit of, you can see a little bit of the difference in the weather there. Okay, here we're heading into Koval Valley. This is a new build neighborhood. These houses are 3 and 4 bedroom homes, around 2,000 to 2,500 square feet apiece. The lots aren't huge, and the prices run in the 400,000s. The main builders in this neighborhood are Timbercraft, Urban Nest, Handmade Homes, and Mashburn Fairs. Most of the streets here are named after places in California, so I like it when I drive through this neighborhood because, you know, as if you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm from California, and so it just, I like it. It brings a little bit of nostalgia for me driving around through here. So if you go through this part of the neighborhood, a lot of the houses look alike, but if you travel through some of the older parts that were built maybe 5 or 6 years ago, all those houses look very different. It's like they wanted a community where the houses don't look the same, but then, I don't know, these other builders came in and all these houses look very similar. And then if you go farther down into the newer part of the neighborhood, you'll see some of the houses are more modern. Those are the Mashburn Fairs homes. They're more squared off, modern roof lines, lots of windows and glass. So this neighborhood just looks, I don't know, all the houses are a little bit different. You can kind of tell which builder is which if you run through here. This neighborhood is going to be huge. There are so many new lots that have been built out, so many new roads that have already been built out. So it's going to be a huge, huge community for sure. We're definitely going to need those extra schools for sure.
This neighborhood right here that we'll be at is Cottage Grove, and this one over here that we're going to see is Timbercrest.
This is Cottage Grove. It's also a new neighborhood, but it's more expensive than the last one we were in. These homes are larger than the ones we just saw, around 2,400 to 2,800 square feet. and they sell for $600,000 and up. I know some of the new builds are going for $850,000, so quite expensive. But the lots are a little bit larger. They're around a quarter acre a piece. A couple of the main builders in here are McGregor Homes and Massarosa. I personally like these builders. I like the look of a lot of their houses, the builds that they're doing, their new architecture. I think it's really cute. I like this community a lot. It has walking trails, a pond, and a playground, and it is still being built up. So there are houses for sale here and lots for sale if you're interested in this one. As you can see, we're heading north up Air Depot, and across the road on the left is the Timber Crest community. This is also a newer community built within the last handful of years. The homes are around 2,500 square feet, and they range in price from $400,000 to $500,000. This is the first phase of the neighborhood. The first phase is finished. I did sell a home to a family in here, and so we found out that there are other phases to be built later. More land has been purchased for those phases, but they are low on the developer's priority. So they're not anticipated to start the next two phases for another 10 years. So I think, that's kind of nice if you want a smaller community, maybe some more privacy, like my clients did. They wanted some privacy in their yard, and they're lucky enough to get that just with these project delays. This neighborhood has a pool, it has playgrounds, and then it has a big field with softball fields and a disc golf course. So there's a lot of kids in this neighborhood. Very nice place to live.
All right, now those neighborhoods are here. Now we're going to go down Koval and up Douglas Boulevard. We are going to visit the brand new elementary school, Redbud Elementary. It's only been open for 2 years, and I'm going to drive you over there. We're going to look around. This side of Edmond, if you have a house on this side, you will be assigned to Redbud Elementary, or you'll be assigned to Central Middle School or Memorial High School. Central Middle School and Memorial High School are out over here across the highway. Way down here on 15th. See, there's Edmond Memorial, and this right here is Central Middle School. So let me see. So you can kind of see it's a bit of a drive from here to the school, but it's about 15 minutes, maybe 20, depending on traffic and depending on how far north you are in Edmond. But we do have good busing system, so if that is something for you trying to manage with a job or work hours or something, Edmond does have busing. That is included in our tax dollars, so it's no extra cost to you. Okay, so let's go look at Redbud.
We're turning east onto Coffee Creek, and I'm gonna go run by Redbud Elementary School. Oh my gosh, look at the little deer. Yes, there were deer out this night. You have to be really careful this time of night when I was driving. Oh, they're so cute. It was dusk, it's their feeding time, and they're all over the road, so you really have to watch out. This is one thing that I love about the east side of Edmond, this far east side. There's so many animals out, so many deer, and you'll see foxes and geese, and so I love that. I think it's so cute. A lot of people like that, and you just don't get that as much on the west side that you do over here. This is the entrance to Redbud Elementary School. It is still being built. My son happened to be he used to go to this school, and he was the very first graduating 5th grade class in this school, and it was not finished being built then. It's still not done, but it is super nice school. I like the school a lot. We'll turn left here and I'll let you see the front of it. So brand new, has all the latest technology. And actually the principal, Evan Dargan, I really, really like her. She is fantastic. We had great teachers at this school. So just a little anecdotal evidence on my part. You know, I can't speak to every school, but I can speak to this one. It's fabulous. So if you live on this side, your kids will get to go to the school, and I think they really can't go wrong here. And I also like, I mean, look at how quaint it is. It's really pretty. It's nice. It's tucked away. You would never know that an elementary school is over on this corner unless you know about it. And I like that. I think it's very charming.
Now after Redbud, we're going to head up Douglas. They are a ton of new houses over here. Woodland Park is down here. This is an extension. I think they're opening up phase 4 now of Woodland Park. A very popular neighborhood. And then we're going to go up here. Oops. Okay. And we're going to go into the neighborhood of Cherry Hill.
This is on Douglas Boulevard. On the right is High Garden neighborhood and the Woods, also new builds. And now we're turning into Cherry Hill. These homes are Tabor built houses, so they're all going to look very much the same. Tabor is the largest builder in the state. So if you saw my other video of Edmond where we went through Woodland Park, this builder is half of that neighborhood as well. And so this one looks very similar, of course. The houses are around 2,000 square feet, and they range around 400,000. It's really, really hard to find a home under 400,000 on this side of I-35, on the east side of I-35. There are some houses that are going in the high 360s, maybe 365, 375, 380, but those are not the new builds. They're homes that have already been built for a few years, and those ones are going to be around 1,800 square feet. So anything more than that, you're going to spend 400,000 and up.
Coming out of Cherry Hill, we are going to drive west down Sorum Mill. So here's Sorum Mill. It is quite far north. I will say that it is quite far north, but it's gorgeous up here. You'll see in the footage, it's just beautiful. And we will come into this neighborhood right here called Pheasant Point.
Okay, Pheasant Point differs a lot from the other neighborhoods. As you can see, it is not a new build. The homes were built around 2006. They are much larger than the previous ones we saw. They're around 3,000 to 4,000 square feet apiece, and each lot is around 2 acres. So nice, big houses, big lots. That's hard to come by here. And they have been sold for around 500,000 to 600,000. I think that's a really great price. Yes, the house is going to be older than some of the other ones, but man, for the size house and the lot in this beautiful neighborhood, I think it's a great price. There aren't any sidewalks here, as you can see. It looks a little more country. I think that's beautiful. I love this look a lot. And you know, in the last 2 years, there were only 3 houses sold in this neighborhood, all for between 500,000 and 600,000. So not many are for sale. I think, you know, if one comes up, snap it up if it's what you're looking for, because it won't last long. And as you can see, I think it's just beautiful.
I'm going to come out of Pheasant Point and turn left, which will take us to Sorum Mill again.
And for one last look at some extra scenery, this is going west on Sorum Mill. You can see there are acreage houses on the left, the right, lots of land. There's a house on the right that has a tree farm. Of course, this time of night when I drove, maybe a little bit hard to see. It was actually lighter outside than it's showing on camera. But you can see, I think it's so beautiful. There's all these rolling hills. It's so lush and green this time of year. And you just don't quite get that as much on the west side of Edmond toward Deer Creek. That you do here. I think it's just beautiful. Oh, you can see more deer crossing the road. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I have to stop for the deer. Let them cross. Okay, there we go. We're going to keep going. Skipping ahead a little bit, I've now come to that stop sign and I'm turning left onto Air Depot Boulevard. So now we're heading back south down Air Depot. If we keep going down this road, we will run back into the neighborhoods that I first took you to, which was Cottage Grove and Timber Crest. Now, of course, Timber Crest would be on the right-hand side and Cottage Grove would be on the left-hand side. But here's just a final little look at what East Edmond has to offer for you.
So as you can see, there are lots of new builds over here. There aren't, there's acreage homes too, but this place is just exploding with new builds. There aren't any grocery stores on this side. There is like a dollar store right here, Dollar General up here. And there is a post office over here in Arcadia. So just on the east side of Douglas that we went up where the elementary school is off of. This side is Arcadia. It's still the Edmond School District, but it is Arcadia as your city. And then this side over here is Edmond City. So there's a post office, some places to eat down here. But in terms of shopping and groceries, that's all going to be on the west side of the highway.
I hope this video was helpful. I hope you got to see some neighborhoods that you hadn't seen before, or maybe you got to see some that you were interested in, have heard about, or saw online elsewhere. Go check out my other video where I tour the whole city and take you through more neighborhoods than I did here. Again, reach out to me if you'd like. My number and email are below. Happy house hunting. Till next time.